you lot. Now you've asked me for daily videos, so this is the first in one of those, and it's kind of my random thoughts that I thought might be useful for some of you, so I'm going to share. And this is entitled Up What My Fitness Pal Doesn't Tell You, and I'm going to do this as a point of view from as a nutritionist. Now you might know, you might not, but I'm a registered nutritionist, and this is kind of like my professional work, if you like. And I like to try and feed it through on this channel a little bit if I can, because it's to do with bettering your health through lifestyle, nutrition, that sort of thing. And My Fitness Pal I love, do not get me wrong. There is no, what's the word? There's no sort of bad thing that I want to flag up here. I just want to flag up that there are some voids in it sometimes. So My Fitness Pal, I've used for quite a long time. I love the simplicity of it. It's so easy to use, especially when you've used it for a little while, and it can tell you all your different foods. If you don't know what My Fitness Pal is, it's an app that you download on your phone, and it's brand new. It's completely free, sorry. And within that, there's so much you can do to track your weight. You put in there what you initially are, what you want to be, and all that. But I won't go too much into that. You can just look it up if you like. Now, at the end of each day, say like my calories are set at 1200 because I'm aiming for some weight loss. So if I hit 1200 calories or a little bit less, it then says, oh, if in 5 weeks time you are going to weigh this number. Now that one number is worked on one factor only. So if it said to me in 5 weeks time, I'm going to weigh 10 stone, for example, I'm sorry if you're not from the UK and we use stones, but if it just to take that as an example, if it said in 5 weeks time, if you carry on like this, you're going to weigh 10 stone. That is taking the calories in versus calories out. And I don't necessarily disagree with calories in, calories out. Scientifically, that's kind of what we were trained with as registered nutritionists with our science degree. But there are so many other factors, and every human body is so different. Now, let me tell you something. Without getting too scientific and into too much, and I can if you want me to, feel free to ask questions down there. If there's something that I can answer, I absolutely will. But in your gut, there's a load of bacteria. You might have heard of this. There's good ones and there's bad ones. If you have too many bad ones, you need some more of the good ones to fight them, get rid of them. Those bad ones, generally people will know them as Candida. Now, Candida is an opportunistic bacteria, so it can take over and it can give you athlete's foot, thrush. Personally, I've had ear troubles with overgrowth of Candida in my ears. And every time they swabbed it, they've gone, oh, it's a bacterial infection. And I said to them, is that Candida? And they're like, yeah. So I know that that's coming from the gut. The gut flora is not doing what it's supposed to. And I have issues with my gut flora. Now, did you also know that what goes on in there with your gut bacteria? Have you heard of acidophilus? So that's something you can take. There's loads of different types of strains, and it's called the microbiome. And there are so many bacteria in our body that there's more bacteria than there is human, if that makes sense. Right, I'm really getting a bit deep into it now. But basically what that does is that if that's good in there, it can control so many hormones in your body, including insulin. Now, insulin, the job of insulin, if yours is out of whack, you're going to store more fat than the average bear. So while My Fitness Pal is telling you, great, your calories are doing this, and therefore if you're gonna, so to lose 1 pound of weight, body fat weight in a week, you need to undereat your calorific count by 3,500, right? Now, this is quite basic, but it's also a little bit in-depth if it's not something you've ever looked at before. So to lose 2 pounds a week, you need to undereat by 7,000 calories, which is quite a lot. So that's by 1,000 a day over the course of a week. So that's just your calories in, calories out. But there's other things that factor into that, and every human being is different. So while My Fitness Pal is brilliant, it's an absolutely great tool for keeping a track of things, there are also these little technical things that come in that make every single one of us so individually different. And I would urge you to maybe just get yourself a notebook, keep a track on things, you know, to do with your body. And I'll go way more into this if you want me to. But it's just, I just really want to point out that sometimes things that seem simple and conformist and one rule fits all, for you as an individual person, they're going to be different. And I was just thinking about that with my fitness pal. You know, it's very well at flagging up and saying, if you do this for the next 5 weeks, you'll weigh 10 stone. But I know I'm very sensitive to carbohydrates. So if I'm doing that calorie count on carbohydrates, I'm not losing anything. Trust me. I've tried these sort of shakes ones. Do you remember Slim Fast? I don't know if that's still a thing, but that used to be around, and it's so high in sugar. I don't know if it still is, but it was so high in sugar that I was starving on this Slim Fast diet years and years ago. I'm going back a long way now. And it was just so sugary that at the end of it, I was like, I'm so hungry, I must have lost loads, and I didn't lose any. Whereas I can eat more calories on a higher fat diet and a lower carbohydrate diet. And that's just me. That's not going to be the same for everybody. And obviously it's going to take into account, your whole body is going to take into account your exercise, your muscle tone, your lots of things like this. Now, normally I talk about this sort of thing over on my nutrition channel, but I was just thinking the other week about firing that up again, and I put one video up as a little test. And not much is happening, and I'm finding the same with my Instagram as well. I've got, I think, 5 Instagram accounts, and it's really nice to have them all as niche. But sometimes I think, are you clever enough that you can come to this channel and think, oh, that's to do with weight loss, and I'm not interested in that. I just want to know about the mindset stuff. And therefore you'll choose not to watch this one, but you'll watch something else. Do you know what I mean? Or so many of you come here because you want to hear about my travels. So Jasmine's just texted me, I love you too. She's going back to work now. And I just think so many, I don't know, what's your opinion? Should I just keep everything on this channel? Do you want to know about health, fitness, weight loss, as well as my journey and my travels, and what you can find on your travels? You know, what do you watch for? Do you want entertainment or do you want education? Because the education really from me is generally health and fitness and wellness. Not fitness as in I'm teaching you how to get fit, not that sort of thing, just, you know, health. Let's just say health. So I've put myself on a bit of a fitness regime lately, and I'm just cranking everything up because I'm sitting down at my desk more now. The renovations are nearly finished, nearly, and I'm hoping that in a couple of weeks' time I'm going to start editing some videos for you once again, because I'd really love to start bringing you those videos, which are going to be awesome. But meanwhile, you've asked me for these little chatty daily videos. I will absolutely do my best to keep it going on a daily basis, but yeah, big projects on in my life at the moment, so do keep watching this space, and as soon as I can reveal all, I will. I put something on my Instagram account yesterday that said, I wish I could tell you, and I nearly can. It won't be too long, hopefully a couple of weeks, and I've got some pretty big news to share with you, which I'm so excited to bring. But anyway, so my fitness pal, yes, brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. Take into account that you're individually you and you're unique, and you've got so many things about you that's different. If you wanted to ask me questions, please do reach out. Now, I do a little bit of a consultation thing for people, but I don't take on very many clients because of all the other stuff that I've got going on. But yeah, like I say, just ask me the questions, I will. And if you want to go deeper, we'll see what we can do. And I might talk to you in another video about the allergy testing side of things that I do, because that's really interesting. It's such an interesting subject to do with food allergies and food intolerances, which is different, and just general sort of things that might not quite sit right in your system. The best ways to find out like what they are and stuff, you know. Anyway, I'm gonna go now because I just thought I'd drop this one in there, see what your reaction is to it. If you like that little tip, if you're someone that uses my fitness pal and you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe, and please let me know that this brought you to this channel in the comments below. I love to get a bit of feedback and to know that my efforts are appreciated. So we're nearly at 2,100 people on this channel, which is absolutely incredible, and I'm really glad to see you all here. So thanks for being here. As always, lots of love from me. I'm going to go and do this work that I've got to do now because I'm procrastinating a little bit, which is rather naughty of me. But I wanted to touch base with you. I was inspired to share this My Fitness Pal epiphany moment that I've had That said, I do still find it very motivating for them to tell me, oh, keep doing this in the next 5 weeks and this is what your weight will be. So it is definitely a good thing. It 100% is a good thing. Gut you know, if you need me and you want a bit more detail, let me know. Or even if you just want me to point you to where you can go research about this stuff. But yeah, look up about gut bacteria and hormones. It's quite interesting. You'll see what you can find out there. Maybe I should put that on my blog. But anyway, all my links are down there, including my nutrition blog, which is quite heavy on the science. But anyway, you can have a look and you can take and leave which bits you want. But you take care, and I'll look forward to seeing you next time. Bye bye for now.